Pre-Calc. Today we're going to talk about properties of logarithms. You need to know these three properties. If you're taking a product of u times v, then that can expand to log of u plus log of v. If you have log of u divided by v, that expands to log of u minus log of v. And if you have log of u raised to r, the r, which is an exponent, can come down as a coefficient. Okay? So going from left to right, that's called expanding with logarithms. Going from right to left, that's called condensing. All right, so you're going to do something like this. Like if somebody gives you log ABC or something like that. By the way, if there's nothing written as a base, remember, assume that it's a 10. So if somebody does something like this, A times B times C, that would be the first rule. So that would break into log A plus log B plus log C, because it's multiplication, and multiplication breaks to addition. If somebody says log of A squared x cubed, then the first thing you would do is break up the multiplication. And then the last thing you would do is that third rule, which is the exponent comes down as a coefficient. So these exponents would come down as coefficients. Okay, if you can see the answer all at once, like if you can go from here to here, that's fine, then just go right ahead. Okay, but this is expanding using log properties. Okay, if you get an exponent, something like this, you just rewrite it in its fractional equivalent. So a square root is the same thing as writing a half. I'll write the answer out in steps. So to expand this is you're dividing, so it's division. Okay, and then the last step is to bring the exponents down. And that's the answer to that one. Okay? Now let me just make one that's a little bit fancier. Actually, maybe let me just make something maybe you saw in pre-calc. Okay, so this is sort of similar to what you've done before. Just has a couple more things involved. So between these two is multiplication. So that breaks to addition. This one you're dividing, so that breaks to subtraction. Now, for these on the end, I can bring the exponents down. This one, you can actually simplify that. Remember that rule I taught you yesterday that if you're trying to figure out what this log equals, like 2 to the what equals to 8, you can rewrite it in its equivalent exponential form. So the base to what equals to 8. So the base to what equals to 8. It means that 2 to the third equals to 8. So this log equals to 3, because 2 to the third is 8. So this guy here is what I'm saying is this just simplifies to be a number. All right, let me leave it at this for the expansions. I don't think you'll find expanding too difficult. And then in the next one, I'll just do some condensing with you. All right, I'll leave it at this for this one. I'll end it here for this one.